First off, this second generation unit, the Legen Go 2, is considerably thicker and much heavier than the original model. It was already quite weighty to begin with, and now it feels even more substantial. And now it's even heavier than before. Regarding the controller, this is an engineering sample, so it lacks the coating. It doesn't have that skin-like texture spray, and the sync text on the buttons is absent. My other Z21 unit had these features, which indicates it's likely very similar to the official version. There aren't many left. The buyer preferred the one that was closer to the official version, so I gave them the one that featured the skin-like texture, and I decided to keep this particular one for myself. Honestly, I don't find this controller to be particularly slippery. In fact, it feels quite secure and reliable in hand. Let's get back to the main topic, the device itself. On top, there's a single Type-C port, then the volume up-down buttons. The exterior still boasts a skin-like texture. The power button has been enlarged, and its indicator light is incredibly bright, plus it now includes a fingerprint sensor. On the bottom, there's a Type-C port, then a memory card slot, and also a headphone jack. If my memory serves me right, the first generation was also configured this way. The first generation device has been out of my hands for so long that I can't quite recall the specifics. Regarding the controller's functionality, to be honest, there aren't many significant differences. The touchpad is still the same. Press and hold it for about a second, and it acts as a right click. Then there's the controller, the joystick. The joystick feel has improved, and the button feel has also improved. The D-pad, I think the feel of the D-pad this time is much better than the first generations. And the controller is still... It's detachable, and they've given it a nice rounded edges treatment, so all these parts are now smooth and won't dig into your hands. Also, this rail isn't quite as wobbly, although that might simply be a matter of time, as any detachable rail will inevitably loosen up over an extended period. Overall, I believe this controller has primarily received some optimization, but its core functionalities and features remain largely unchanged. As for the back, it's pretty much business as usual. The second generation maintains the same appearance as the first. This kickstand is also the same. It can be flipped open. The kickstand too can be opened up, just like its predecessor. And as for the screws, there are still 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 screws in total. It truly feels practically indistinguishable from the first generation. I'm not going to open it up. No disassembly for me. I'm just too lazy. This is one of the units, and I've already sold the other one. Let's briefly go over the specifications. Let's review the specs. This Z2 has 32 gigabytes of RAM, featuring the 780M integrated graphics, and it comes equipped with a Samsung OLED display. Hynix 1TB MediaTek Wi-Fi. Let's look again at the Z1. The device has been sold, but I still have the image here. It's essentially the same. You can see the memory frequency is 8000, so the memory clock speed is indeed higher. The Z1's CPU isn't displayed. It's a test version. Then, regarding the hard drive, this one should be from YMTC. Aside from that, everything else appears to be identical, with no noticeable differences. Let's get back to discussing this particular device. I haven't prepared any specific script. I've just jotted down some simple points. I've just jotted down a few notes. I'll just say what comes to mind. Let's go through them one by one. First, let's discuss the advantages of this machine. I'll move back a bit. This isn't a professional review, so please bear with me. First, the advantages of this device compared to the first generation. The low-speed fan noise issue has been resolved. When this fan runs at low speeds, you can hear the wind if you put your ear close, but that piercing sound is gone, and the cooling performance has significantly improved, much better than the first generation. The speaker quality has also improved quite noticeably, compared to the original model, the OG. Because it has that Dolby audio, with the audio enhancement, the sound quality is definitely a bit better than this one. The difference. I feel they're two different styles, but it's not a huge difference. The sound quality for this device is quite good. Okay. The devices are all here. Let's give them a quick listen, just a brief assessment. All right. Wait a moment. I'll just adjust the volume level. I'm setting the volume to approximately 50% right now. Making it a bit louder would be perfect. I've set it to 60%. Then I'll switch to the ROG. The ROG is also quite similar. Let me just quickly check the volume here. It's at 60% volume. Yes, 60%. The soundstage really comes through now, and the volume is noticeably louder than the Legen. Wait a minute, let me just turn off the Dolby Audio feature. Yes, the Dolby Audio. I'm going to switch it off right here, and then we'll see. Let's try that again. Once that's turned off, they're practically identical. The volume levels and even the sound quality are quite comparable. However, the ROG's speakers are located at the front, making the audio much clearer and somewhat louder, although the actual difference isn't that significant. I won't go into too much detail about the speakers right now. Their improvement is quite significant, so I'll just leave it at that. Moving on. Just look at this black background. I've taken a close look, and it seems that the phone recording isn't very clear, so you might find it a bit difficult to see. It's not the best quality for demonstration purposes. I apologize for that. Let's view it this way, just like this. You can clearly see that its PWM dimming flicker is quite noticeable. That's one thing. Also, this black color isn't a pure black. It's more like a brownish shade. Doesn't it look like an old, worn-out rag? Let's examine the ROG model next. The ROG's LCD screen appears remarkably clean, doesn't it? Exceptionally clean. Furthermore, with its DC dimming technology, there's no noticeable flickering whatsoever. Therefore, in terms of eye comfort, the ROG's LCD display is unquestionably better for your eyes. However, regarding color reproduction, the OLED is certainly superior. If you're not using this device for 12 hours straight every single day, I don't believe it makes a significant difference, and I truly doubt anyone could sustain that for such an extended period. Plus, I have an image here that you can take a look at. You can clearly see it here in the very same video. The Legen Go's OLED display at the top exhibits very vibrant and striking colors, whereas the ROG's LCD display below appears noticeably cooler. Of course, the screen on the first generation Legen Go is also quite vibrant. When I was comparing the two displays previously, the original Legen Go's screen was noticeably more vibrant. That's all for the screen. Now let's explore any other potential drawbacks. After all, it is just an engineering sample, an engineering sample. So obviously there's no after-sales service for it, right? It hasn't even been officially released yet. If and when it does get released, whether its front-end software and BIOS can be upgraded is anyone's guess. Also, as I mentioned earlier, this device is genuinely heavy, but I believe that weight is quite acceptable. How should I describe it? It's quite heavy, and it definitely couldn't have been made much lighter. You can't really hold it with both hands while lying down and playing for extended periods, can you? That would feel quite heavy in the hand, right? And if you're holding it vertically looking down at it, well, honestly, the weight. I think the weight is quite acceptable, but if you were to ask me to hold it for several hours, there's no way I could endure that. Half an hour? Yes, half an hour should be perfectly fine. It feels quite heavy in the hand. Of course, the correct way to use this device would be to place it on a table, or simply remove the controllers, and use it as a tablet. The main reason I'm keeping it is that the controllers can detach, so it functions as a tablet, making it highly versatile. What's more, it also supports an eGPU enclosure via its USB 4 port. The original model ROG Ally, however, does not support eGPU enclosures. You can only use ROG's own eGPU enclosure, which presents an awkward situation. And there's also the light on this device. It is truly exceptionally bright. Do not stare directly at it, as it is so luminous it could potentially damage your vision. When you access the front-end software, the device offers various operational modes. It can change colors in different modes. Yes, it can indeed change colors, but unfortunately, it cannot be completely turned off. There's even a button within the front-end software interface that's supposed to disable the power indicator light, but clicking it achieves absolutely nothing. It's useless. Let's see what else I can talk about. I'm not a professional video maker. I'm just sharing my thoughts and experiences. So, everything I'm saying is just coming to me as I speak. I haven't really organized my thoughts, so I might be a little long-winded in my explanations. Overall, this machine is quite exceptional, and I truly adore it. That's why I've decided to part ways with it. The ROG, oh, it was truly a beloved possession. Even when I wasn't actively using it, I enjoyed simply having it displayed, you know? But now that I have a new one, my beloved old one has to go, so that's pretty much it for now. If anything else comes to mind, I'll definitely record and upload another video later. Oh, and there's also the detachable controller's FPS mode. Currently, this controller's FPS mode doesn't include the base dock. That particular base dock hasn't been officially revealed yet. The functionality remains identical. Simply switch it, and it transforms into a mouse. How exactly do you grip it? Is it held this way? If you find it awkward or uncomfortable to hold, you can easily remove the joystick. It's designed to be detachable. That way, it won't be uncomfortable anymore. This is basically just a mouse initialization. I wouldn't say it's counterintuitive, but rather, I'm just not used to it. If you were to get accustomed to it, it should be quite comfortable. Left click, right click, this is the left and this is the right. It's fine, but I'm just not accustomed to it. Don't shake it, don't shake it, don't shake it. Oh, and here's something else. Hey, do you see this joystick? They've added a metal part right here, along this section. The ROG doesn't have that. I recall the ROG model is made of plastic, isn't it? And even the original model was plastic. It lacks the metal for protection. All other functions, or rather, the core functionality, remains identical. This specific joystick merely represents a minor upgrade and refinement. The buttons are also more comfortable than those on the original model. These particular buttons don't appear to have any significant difference, but the D-pad is a vast improvement. The spring-back action is excellent, and the triggers, their tactile feel. The damping sensation is also really impressive. These two shoulder buttons. I don't recall the feel of the original model at all, I just don't remember it. But in any case, the triggers have been significantly improved. The triggers on the original model felt extremely plasticky, especially like a knockoff. Haha. This new damping feel is much better. All the other functions, however, remain exactly the same. This controller also has a Type-C port inside. Both of them do, so they can be charged separately. Alright, that's about it.